Well, welcome back. Now we have kind of I'd say a controversial video here. Or not, maybe not controversial, but maybe a kind of big video. This is my top 10 songs of 2019. Usually I would wait to do a kind of video like this until maybe mid or late December. And that's what I will be doing for my rap album of the year video. And for doing a video talking about all the albums I listened to in the later half of 2019. Those will still be on my next month at some point, but I wanted to do this one now because I really wanted to, and I really figured I doubt in the next 2 months there's gonna be a song that's going to blow me away or be on the caliber of these 10 songs, because I'm not really anticipating any more releases for this year. I mean, something could surprise me, I guess. I guess in the rare case that something does come out that, that's on the level of these 10 songs, I'll just mention it in my rap album of the year video or something else. It'll get mentioned at some point if there's a song as good as one of these. But this is my list, and I think it's finished. I think it's good. And I think without wasting time, I'm going to get right into it, alright? Now, also one thing I do want to address, I'm not really good at discussing songs, because if you remember my rap on the year video, I did go through each song on all the 4 albums I was, talking about, and I don't know, I'm not really good at describing, the music and kind of, the message behind it. I generally get it most of the time, but I don't know, describing them not the best, so just bear with me if I don't do a good job at explaining the songs and why I like them and why I think they're, and why they are in my top 10. But I guess I gotta practice to, get better. Alright, let's get right into it. The very first song, number 10, is, Come Home, featuring Andre 3000 from Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak, he released his album this year, Ventura, if that's a correct pronunciation. Oh, I just realized? I put a end parenthesis at the at the end of Pack right there. Look at that. Oh my god. And I can't really edit it because because I've already made the image. Okay. So Anderson .Paak, he released an album this year called Ventura, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it was a very solid album. A lot of people have it in their top albums of the year. It's personally not of mine. I understand how it is for people. So, I really enjoyed it though, but it wasn't, one of my absolute favorites. But the intro song, "Come Home" with Andre 3000, was definitely one of my favorite song on the album, or else I'd have a favorite song off of it. So obviously, it's a song about wanting your lover, your significant other to you want them to come home. It's right there in the title. Obviously Anderson .Paak, he knows great instrumentals, he has great vocals, and then when Andre 3000 comes in rapping, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Come on, he's obviously very, very technically talented, lyrically talented. His verse does not fall short at all. It's one of the highlights of the album, and yeah, I don't say I really enjoyed it. Okay, moving on to number 9. Alright. Like I Ain't by Tech 9. Now, this might be kind of controversial to some people, depending on who sees this. But a lot of people don't like Tech 9, A lot of people like to group them in the, quote, corny rappers, quote, group of people like Logic, Joyner, NF. Now, personally, the only person I'm kind of a fan in that group is Logic, and even at that, with his last few works, I'm not as big of a fan as I used to be, but I still like Logic generally. But I kind of wish Tech 9 wasn't grouped as one of those corny rappers, because I think he's great personally. I don't know. Technically skilled, he's top 5 of all time, in my opinion. Just his ability to rap, and I guess maybe depth of his lyrics is another discussion, but pure ability alone, I think he's top 5, and he's in my personal top 10 of all time. Controversial, but whatever. So yes, this this song is off his album Nina from this year. Went under the radar because Tech9 he's independent after all, but he has a very strong core fan base though. But yeah, Like I Ain't is a song in the album, and it's pretty much just a flex of what he has done like his entire career, like him having songs like with Eminem, you know, Hopsin, even though I'm not really a Hopsin fan. He's another one of those, corny rappers. But obviously people have opinions. That's another discussion. I actually do want to tackle that in a video one day, probably very soon. He has talk about having songs with Logic and Joyner as well. And then obviously he mentions having a song with Tupac, because him and Tupac used to be friends before he was shot and killed. And a lot of people, I see a lot of people like, all Tech9 does is bring up, his song with Tupac. While he does bring it up, often, dude, wouldn't you? I don't know how many rappers today can still say that they had a song with Tupac, right? Maybe rappers that are still active as well too, because I know obviously like Dr. Dre had a song with Pac. I don't know. But there's probably a lot of other people who still did. But how many people are still rapping and killing it? Like Tech, that had a song with Tupac. Like Tech, he's 47. He's turning 48 in a few days, actually. I don't know. The man's a legend. He just listen to the song. You can tell he's had a very he's had, even though he is independent, he is under the radar to most people. He's had a very impressive career though, especially with how much like money he's been making with like touring. I don't know. Very impressive. I love his flow in the song, especially when he comes in with the third verse. He's kind of like singing it too. I don't know. I like the way he comes in with that. The chorus is good. I mean, it's just Tech9. Tech9's great. Give his album Nina a listen. Don't listen to what other people have said. Have your own judgment for the album. It's great. Okay, moving on to number 8. All right, you ready for this one? Ooh, Heaven Can Wait by LSG. Now, I wanted to have a song on this project, in the list, because I listened to it this year, because this year, I was kind of indifferent about it before. I used to hate it just because of, I guess, people's opinions that had an effect on me. But then I came indifferent, and then I actually started to like it, and that's pop music I'm talking about. I started to actually like it this year. I started to listen to to some artists, and I listened to this project because, I had heard of Diplo before. I knew he was like a producer. I knew of Labyrinth, but only like a couple mentions there. I never really heard much of him. And then I was a Sia fan at the, I was, still am. So then I checked out this project because, like I said, I was a fan of Sia and I wanted to check out Labyrinth. And I guess I knew who Diplo was, but he does production. I mean, he does a good job at that, but like, production isn't like a huge thing for me. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. But the album, it's really mostly just kind of like radio songs. Really, the songs, they don't have like a lot of depth, which is fine. It's just like a collection of just like fun songs, I guess. It's it's not meant to be anything serious. It's just a fun collaboration thing. It's only 10 songs long, the whole album is, and one song is a remix, so really 9. And half the project was already released in like 2018 before this album came out, the full thing. But yeah, I really like this song. Both Labyrinth, Sia, great vocals, Diplo, good production. It's just a fun song, and my favorite song on the album. All right, moving on. All right, here we go. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind by Logic. You can see the next song right there. Now, obviously this is the title track of the album, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. This was the first single to the album, and while I did not enjoy the album, I'll be honest, I didn't like it. There were a couple standout tracks, this being one of them, and I don't know. It wasn't. Whole as whole wasn't very good. I mean, it wasn't the level of like, like Father of Assad or Harvard Dropout or anything. But it was very disappointing. But this song did not disappoint though. It's on my top 10. So the song, it's Logic rapping for like 4 minutes straight, and it's just about like his mental health, depression, anxiety, the effect of social media, fame it has on you. It doesn't have a chorus, which I like. He just keeps going. Well, I guess it does have a chorus or maybe that's a bridge. I don't know, but there's no like recycled bars. It's just a nice personal song. It's obviously, my favorite one on here. Um, it's much better than Homicide, which is the other single. Homicide did not age good for me personally. Sorry, that's unrelated. I guess it kind of is because it's on the album. But yeah, that song in itself was very good. I kind of wish the whole album was like it, but hey, at least that song is good. Alright, moving on. Oh no, it's why is it changing to the side? Do I need to control? Okay. Wait, no, I was holding on the wrong button. I'm so sorry. High budget here. Next song is R&P featuring Anderson .Paak by YB and Cordae. That's Anderson .Paak's second time on this list, even though this time it's a feature. R&P. If you know the song, you know what that stands for. I can't say it because I'm white. So you know what the title stands for. YB and Cordae, he's kind of a I don't know, he's been popping off recently. He kind of became known last year with a few of the singles he dropped. He hadn't dropped a project at that point, and then this year he dropped his debut album, The Lost Boy, which is a great album. I'm now a fan of YB and Cordae. I think he's kind of basic. I don't mean that in a bad way. He's just like simplistic, but different at the same time. Like I don't know how to describe it. He's really good though. This album or this song particularly, it was just a really fun song about, it's just kind of flexing about being rich and some of the problems that come with that. And the third the third verse, where Anderson .Paak and YB and Cordae are, when they're just like they trading bars to each other, I just love that song. They've performed the song live a few times, and that song is like really good live. I don't know, they have great chemistry. I really hope they make more stuff together, whether it's on Cordae's next project or Anderson .Paak's. I don't know. I think they're great together. The song is just like a really fun bop. I can't believe I used the word bop. I'm sorry. It just kind of came out. I don't know. It's just a nice, fun song. It's pretty simplistic in its message, but simplistic isn't bad. I love it. Okay, moving on. Ready for this one? I can't remember what it is. Half Mean, Half Cocaine by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Sorry, I did not put Madlib in there. I didn't think about writing it down. So this was the first song. Well, I guess the freestyle was the first. It was the first actual song on. But this is, I don't know. I kind of like to think this has more of like the intro of the album, or the first song, because there actually is an intro before the freestyle song. I don't know. It sounds kind of complicated, but Half Mean Cocaine is it's the third track, second song in the album, but I like to think of it as the first actual song, even though it's not. So this song, it's it's a highly anticipated album, Bandana by Freddie Gibbs with Madlib, with the beats and the production. This song, like, whenever I get it on my shuffle, I mean, there'll be times where I will skip some of these, like all the songs that you see right now that are revealed. I do skip those songs sometimes when they come on my shuffle, but I never skip Half Mean, Half Cocaine, just because I like the second I hear that beat in the beginning. I don't know. It just entices me. I love the beat in the beginning. It's so good. The song is really just about what a typical Freddie Gibbs song, especially given the title, which is you're just talking about drugs, cocaine, dealing with that stuff. It's great too. When the beat switches to, I actually prefer the first half of the song rather than, I guess, main. The song's divided into main and cocaine. I prefer the main side of it, the half main part. I don't know why. Mostly just because instrumental. I kind of prefer like the lyrics on the half cocaine part, especially when he references Walter White, because I don't know, I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. So I don't know. That was great. Freddie Gibbs, Madlib, great duo. Okay, let's move on. Number 3 spot. Ooh, The Greatest by Lana Del Rey. Now, this is a different pick because this list is pretty much just hip hop, which is my favorite genre. But obviously, yeah, I'm dipping into stuff like pop, with like LSD, and I guess into pop slash alternative. That's what I describe Lana Del Rey as. But yeah, her album, Norman effing Rockwell. I could say it. I've said the word on the channel before, but so Norman fucking Rockwell was her album this year, and it was very good. I listened to it. I was very impressed with it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I'll be honest, the only album I've listened to by her before this was Born to Die, and I plan on getting to the rest of her stuff, like Ultraviolence. That's what it's called, right? I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm on Spotify open, so this will take like 2 seconds. I know it's like Ultraviolence. For some I might have thought it'd been like Ultraviolet or something. I want to make sure I was right. But yeah, I do plan on getting more stuff. I did listen to Born to Die before, her new project, so at least I didn't just get in with this. But yeah, that album had a lot of good songs with the new one, like Doing Time. The cover was great. The title track, like the last few. The whole thing was very solid, but The Greatest was my favorite. I don't know. It's like a nice 5-minute ballad, pretty much just about. I think it's really just about her missing a lot of the nostalgic feel she's had for like California and some people like associated with it. I don't know. It's pretty much her kind of like a goodbye song, really, to kind of like California and that whole kind of beach vibe, I don't know, like with like the guitars after like the first part of the chorus. I don't know. It's just a very, very smooth song. Definitely my favorite on the album. Well, every time I listen to it, I don't skip this one either. That one, I don't know. It's great. I love that one. Moving on, number 2. All right. Here we go. What's number 2? I'm sorry, number 3. This is how we do it here. Like I said, I'm low budget. I mess up all the time. Here we are, 3 Tears by Danny Brown. Danny Brown, he dropped this album this year. You know what I'm saying? It's for his album since 2016's Atrocity Exhibition. People were really looking forward to this album, as was I, because I listened to Atrocity Exhibition. I need to get to his other, the stuff and the rest of his discography, like Triple X, Hybrid, The Old, all his other albums. But yeah, 3 Tears is one of the singles off, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, my favorite song on the album, because it's here. It features Run the Jewels, which is, hip-hop duo of LP and Killer Mike. Now, I have heard of them, but I'll be honest, I've never listened to Run the Jewels before, but after this, I 100% want to, and plan on doing it, because I loved all 3 verses on the song so much. How would I rank them, though? They're all kind of even. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rank LP's and Killer Mike's verse on like the same level, and then Danny Brown just like slightly behind them, but I still love Danny's verse on it. I don't know why I love this song so much. It doesn't really have like a clear message necessarily. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, just like a fun song. I really don't know how to describe it, though. It's kind of weird, but it's really good. Run the Jewels 100%. I need to check out. Even more Danny, too. I did really like, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. Unfortunately, it did not make it into my... I will say this. I'll say it now. It was originally in one of my... It's going to be a contender for Rap Album of the Year. But, I don't know. I after listening to another album, I'm not going to spoil quite what's on it yet. I decided I liked that one more than You Know What I'm Saying. Although I really enjoyed You Know What I'm Saying. Like Dirty Laundry, I almost put that on here over 3 Tears, but after listening to it, I preferred 3 Tears more. But the whole album was good. The whole album as a whole was really good, and this song in particular was my favorites. Okay, number 2, we're getting up to number 1 right here. All right, what's the second song? Oh, Giannis featuring Anderson .Paak by Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is on the list again. So was Anderson .Paak for his 3rd time. Looking at RMP and, Giannis, Anderson .Paak is the guy to do it for feature. He's killed every feature I've ever heard him in, by the way. Like, not even songs just this year, just like in general. Anderson .Paak. Yeah, if you want a hit song, get Anderson .Paak on it. So I didn't want to have, one artist on here more than once, but I don't know. These two songs by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib were so good. I had to. I just had to, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing the title right, because it looks like you would pronounce it Giannis, but in the song, Freddie Gibbs goes, "Real G's moving sounds like Giannis," and I'm pretty sure. I just hope to God I'm remembering right, because that would be embarrassing. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. That's obviously an obvious reference to Lil Wayne's "Real G's moving in silence like lasagna," which is great. I don't know, like the message of the song overall. I'm gonna look it up on Genius Lyrics, because I don't know. So a lot of time I don't really think of like the message to a song unless it's clear, because it's just kind of like, oh, I like the music, I like the lyrics, but I don't usually think about it unless it's clear. Let's see, the song named after an NBA player. It doesn't really say. I mean, there's not a lot to say. The song doesn't really have like a clear message. It's pretty much just classic, Freddie Gibbs stuff. He's talking about, the industry. I just probably like a balance between, I guess, like his daughter, kind of like his family life, and, I guess the whole, like drug stuff. I'm bad at this, guys. I told you, but I love the song. let me talk about the actual song itself. The song is amazing. Anderson .Paak on the chorus. He has his own verse too. I don't know. My favorite part is how the song gets like right into it. There's like it just like the first second there's Freddie Gibbs just rapping. I don't know. The song just sounds amazing. Obviously, credit to Madlib, because it's he's a great producer, especially with Freddie. God, I really hope Anderson and Freddie Gibbs collaborate more in the future. Great song. All right, number one song. Now I waited for a certain album to drop, because I was certain that at least one song on this album would make it, and it ended up being my number one favorite. These are ranked, by the way. This isn't just like random order. I'd say these are 100% ranked. You guys ready? All right. Here we go. My number one song of the year. Use This Gospel by Kanye West, featuring Clips and Kenny G. Alright. Jesus is King. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding that album. I'll have to get to it at some point. But I'm not going to speak on it, but all I'll say is that when I was deciding which song off of it was going to be on this list, it was between Use This Gospel, Salah, Follow God, and Close on Sunday. I did kind of cross out Close on Sunday pretty quick, but it was between 4 at one point, but I narrowed down to 3. But after listening more, it was clear that it was Use This Gospel. Okay, if you've heard the Yanni leaks, there is one called The Law of Attraction, and I heard it prior to hearing Use This Gospel, and this song, it follows like the same like musically it's pretty the same, but except on Chakras, a lot of it is just, Chakras is, so in my folder with the Yanni leaks, that the song is called Chakras, even though it's a Law of Attraction, so I'm getting a little mixed up. So the main difference is that, well, instead of talking about the Law of Attraction, it's using this gospel instead of Law of Attraction. That's pretty much like the replacement of it. Just look up Law of Attraction on YouTube and you can see, because I guess it's kind of like a reference for this song, or what the song turned into. Because on Law of Attraction, Kanye, he has 2 verses where most of them are just like mumbling, because they're reference tracks. They're not meant to be the actual song. It's just kind of, like he was just testing out to see what kind of flow or what idea he wanted to have on it. But sadly, in the final song, Kanye did not end up with a verse. Obviously, he sings the whole Law of Attraction part. And That's the only thing that would make this song like even more perfect was Kanye having an actual verse. But the production obviously is amazing. Clips, Pusha T and No Malice, they're back on a track together. It's perfect for No Malice because he stopped rapping a while ago, or he left Clips rather with Pusha, his brother, because he became a born again Christian, more just like Kanye did. So it's a perfect fit for No Malice to get on it. I don't know, both their verses. I don't know how to describe this song. Both their verses are great. I remember hearing this when I was at the listening party in Detroit. I remember barely hearing it. I don't remember being blown away then because like that whole thing was so crazy. But I do remember hearing No Malice's verse though, and it kind of came back to me as I was listening to the song on Spotify. I was like, oh yeah. I was kind of recalling that, and then like with Kenny G. After No Malice's verse, at first I thought like the cut to from No Malice's verse to Kenny G's was like really awkward and weird, but I don't know. It sounded a lot better though. After listening, I don't know, Kenny G. I didn't really know much about him at all. I'd never really heard him before this. So I'll be honest. I'm not really into to saxophone music, but it was great in this song. And then like the final 20 seconds of the song where it's just like the beat from earlier in the song, but it's like added with like drums, I think, or whatever. That was probably like the best 20 seconds of the song, even though there is no one like rapping or anything on it. Kind of wish that beat was used more throughout it, but it's still ended up being my favorite song of the year. So yeah, I mean, I almost had to Follow God on here too because that song was amazing. Yeah, but Use This Gospel was what it turned into. So that was my top 10 songs of 2019, and I hope you enjoyed. Now we're gonna get into some honorable mentions. I know I'm definitely going to miss some out, but that's fine because what are you gonna do? Okay. So I have a notes page on my phone keeping track of all the albums I've listened to, throughout the year. And I'm not all of them are 2019 albums, by the way. It's just like everything I've listened to. So I'm going to go through some 2019 albums and, think of some songs in each one. Thank You Next. There weren't many songs in there. Let's see. Harvard Dropout. Nope, hated that one. Rapper Go to the League. Oh yeah, Mama, I Hit a Lick on 2 Chainz. By 2 Chainz featuring Kendrick Lamar on his album Rapper Go to the League. That was a great one. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Now, originally I had Bad Guy at number 9, where Like I Ain't was. That this Bad Guy by Billie Eilish was originally going to be on this list, but after listening to Like I Ain't more, I had to include it on because I just started loving the track a lot more than I did when I heard it earlier in the year. So yeah, sorry Billie Eilish, but I still really love that song. Let's see. Ventura, there's another song off Ventura I love, which was What Can We Do with Nate Dogg, amazing song. Earthquake by Tyler the Creator, also Puppet was a great song. Mother's Daughter, by Miley Cyrus was great. Let's see. Lord of Weird by Tech Nine on the same album, Nina. That was another one of my favorites on there. Let's see. Well, I'm looking through my list. I'll put Doing Time from by Lana Del Rey also on here. Obviously, the songs I mentioned from Jesus King earlier, Follow God, Salah, Closed on Sunday, Everything We Need, all those, pretty much every song in Jesus King can be on here. Let's see, what else is on here? I'll mention a couple songs off albums I listened to a couple of days ago. East by Earl Sweatshirt on his new EP Feed. I know a lot of people are clowning on the song East because it has like a really weird instrumental, which I agree. But I thought it was very unique. I like that. And A Natural Born Killer by Yellow Wolf on his new album. I know a lot of people like to hate on Yellow Wolf, but I don't know. I think he's great. Um, so yeah, they're just some honorable mentions. I hope you enjoyed. Um, and I got some good videos planned in the future, so look out for those. So thank you for watching, and yeah.